Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Charakwan Muhammad. So today we want to talk about inspiration for life. There is a story. There is a really famous story from Thailand that I just came across, and I would like to share with you. The story is about a Buddha and homeless man. One day, there was a homeless man, and he has been trying to get the food, and each day he keeps noticing that everybody his food disappears. One day he caught a mouse that keeps stealing his food, and he asked the mouse, "Why do you keep stealing from me? I'm a homeless man. You can't steal from people richer than me, and it won't have any effect on them." The mouse say, "This is your destiny, that you can only have to 8 items in your possession, no matter how much in your bag, no matter how much you gather, this is all you will able to have." The homeless man was shocked and said, "What is that my destiny?" And the mouse said, "I don't know. You should try to ask the Buddha." So the homeless man goes in his journey and go to find the Buddha, and as he going, it gather less. So he end up a wealthy family's house, and he asked that he could stay the night. They let him in the day. Asked him, "Young man, why are you traveling late?" And he answered, "I leave the question for the Buddha, and tomorrow I will be on my way." The family say, "Can we give the question for the Buddha? We have a 60 years old daughter who can speak. He just wanna ask, what do you do to make her speak?" So the homeless man thanks them and answer, "Of course, I will ask your question for you." So the next morning, he continues his journey and see the sea of mountain. He has to cross. He climbed up one mountain and he met a wizard. The wizard decided to take himself and use the fly them across the sea of the mountains. And the wizard asked the young man, "Where are you going? Why do you decide to cross this mountain?" The homeless man answered, "I'm going to ask the Buddha a question about my destiny." Wizard say, "Can I please give your question to ask the Buddha? I have been trying to get to heaven in 1,000 years. According to my teaching, I should be able to go to heaven now. Can please ask the Buddha, what do you have to do to get to heaven?" The young man replied, "Of course, I will answer your question for you." And he continued on his journey, returned into the last obstacle with the river that he cannot cross. Luckily, he met a giant dodo who decided to help him across the river. And they are crossing the river. Turtle asks, "Where are you going?" The homeless man answered, "I'm going to see the Buddha to ask him question about my destiny." The turtle say, "Can you please ask the question for me too? I have been trying to become the dragon for 500 years. According to my teaching, I should have become the dragon by now. Can you please ask the Buddha, what do you have to do to become the dragon?" So young man thanked the turtle and answered, "Of course, I will ask him the question for you." The homeless man finally met the Buddha and tell that I will answer 3 questions for everybody here, but only 3 questions. The young man shocked again because he have 4 questions to ask. So he think carefully. He think about the turtle that have been living for 500 years trying to become a dragon. The wizards had been living for thousands of years to get to heaven, and the young girl have to live whole life unable to speak. Then he looked in himself and said, I'm just homeless beggar. I just come back to home and continue begging. So he looked at everybody else's problem. His problem is suddenly seems small. So he feels sorry for the wizard, the dodo, and the young girl, and decide to ask all of their questions. So he asked the Buddha, and Buddha answered, the dodo unvaluing to living his child. As long as he unwilling to live the comfort his child, he will become a dragon. He never become a dragon. The wizard away carried his staff and never put it down. It acted and assured him, giving him for heaven. From the young girl, she will be able to speak when she met her soulmate. So the homeless man below both the Buddha and one of his domain come back to home. He returns with the dodo and tells the dodo, hey you just have to ask your shell and you'll become a dragon. The dodo take off his shell. Inside his shell were pincers and the part of ocean. And he gave the homeless man and say, thank you. I no longer need this because I'm now a dragon, and fly away. The homeless man returned with the wizard on top and mountain and say, hey you just have to put down your stuff and you will be able to go to heaven. The wizard lets go to his stuff by giving the young man. He says thank you and ascend to the heaven. The young man come back to with for now young man has wealth from the turtle and power from wizard, and he go back to the family that gave him shelter, and tell them the Buddha said your daughter will be able to speak when she made her soulmate. And at the moment the daughter come downstairs and say, hey, is that the man that was here last week? The young girl has one homeless man found their soulmate. So this story tells so many things and so many lessons. Sometimes we have to give things in order to get things. Sometimes we want to become a dragon, a lion. We have to be willing to have behind that make us more comfortable, that make us feel more safe, and we have to leave our comfort zone, just like Toto did. When you are alone, when you are lost in your doubt, sometimes our problem so big and it may seem like the end of the world. But if you look at other people life, other people who don't have to so much opportunity as us, who have a worse off than us, sometimes it make our problem seem so much smaller. And if we are willing to lend a hand on others that are struggling more than us, we are willing to help them, it may change the course of your life. This is your destiny. Okay, that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.